Most backend tutorials ends after authentication. Login signup works, token is generated, then they directly jump to frontend. But in real project, this is exactly where problem starting. In this video, I will show you how I connect or how I validate my backend after authentication and only then connect it to frontend. At the same way, it's done in real production projects. This is not a tutorial copy video. This is a real backend thinking. In the last video, I completed authentication, user sign up, login, JWT token generation, and everything is properly working. But working does not mean production ready. A real backend is not judged by how fast it returns the data, but by how it's behave when something goes wrong. So, before touching front-end code, I will always validate my backend properly. Let me explain this simply. In real life, users don't behave perfectly. They refresh pages, they log for a day, token expired, request comes without header, like that problems. If backend fails in this situation, frontend become unstable, even if frontend code is written correctly. That's why backend validation comes before frontend integration. After authentication, backend flow looks like this. First, user login, then backend token generation, then token sent to every protected request. Now, backend must check three things every time. Token is present, token is valid, or user is allowed to access the sources, which all details present in that token, and that token must be valid to use or to allow access for all resources. If any of this fail, backend must be respond correctly, like perfectly or perfect error message. Now let's validate the backend like a real project. I will test three situations in Postman to check backend API is correct or not. So first case is request without token. This means I am not adding any token and proceeding the request. This should never be succeeded or never be called this API. If this works, your backend is not secure. This is insecure. In second case, I will add the token but invalid or fake token. This is how unauthorized access happen. Backend must stop this immediately. And this fake token or invalid token will be used by hackers to crack our authentication or login system. So if this works, then also our backend is insecure. There is no any high or tight security. Now, third case is expired token. This is very common for real application. Backend should not crash. It should return clean message like a frontend can understand. Like when we use expired token, then error message clearly shows that your token or invalid credentials or token is expired, like that message will be added. And finally, we are adding our valid token to test our backend. Only in this case, backend should return the data like 200 or result is okay. So in this case, we can easily say that our backend is running properly with security. If these cases behave correctly, your backend is now stable to integrate in frontend. Error message importance. Now this part is extremely important. Frontend developers don't need perfect API. They need clear message and consistent error messaging. For example, if token is missing, then error should be authorization required. If token is expired, say session expired, please log in again, like that messages. If backend sends random messages, frontend logic become messy. Clean messages should be clean error response makes frontend connection simple. Frontend connection explanation. Now, when frontend connection to the backend, this process becomes very smooth. Frontend sends token in a header, becomes backend validate it. If something is wrong, frontend immediately knows what to do. Logout user, show message or retry. This is why I never connect frontend before validating backend. Frontend should never guess what backend means. Backend should clearly tells it what type of error or what error comes in this situation. Most of the tutorials rush to show the UI. But real project focus on stability of the project. When backend validation is done properly, front-end bugs reduce automatically. This is how professional backends are built or professional projects are built. Now the backend is validated and error handling is clear. And the next step, connecting front-end and showing real data and data flows. In the next video, I will connect backend to front-end and show you how everything works together. If you want to learn real project development, not just a demo tutorial, subscribe and follow this series.